Well, Dansby is up, due up fourth in this inning. And when he does come to bat, it will likely be against a new pitcher for the Fish. Calvin Fauché enters the fray. 18th appearance and a 2.25 ERA for the right-hander.
Seiya taps it foul, so Ryan Weathers first start against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. He went 5, and in this start he goes 5.
Yeah, good solid work. Back-to-back starts for Weathers. Now it'll be up to the Marlin bullpen to keep the Cubs at bay. That one didn't feel good at all. Why couldn't I have been a left fielder?
Ouch. Marlins have 3 catchers. Liam Hicks on the bench. Augustine Ramirez the DH. And Nick Fortes gets a rare start today. That's the only offense for the Fish. Now I want to bring up a conversation we just had. We were talking about hitting pitchers, bullpen guys taking BP. You know what pitcher I saw who had the best swing?
Bring it.
Justin Steele.
Huh?
Hacks. Would have been a two-way player in college. Cubs drafted him as a pitcher. We were in Columbus and he hit bombs. Justin, if you're listening, I remember. People don't forget. 2021, it was in the era that pitchers were still hitting. Hit a ball over the right field wall in Columbus. Hit the street.
Really?
Yeah. Big time pop. Keegan Thompson could swing it too. One, two. Who was the best hitting pitcher in your era?
Rick Rhoden comes to mind. Rick Russell was a good hitter. Don Robinson could really swing it. Babe Ruth.
Yeah, he was a decent hitter.
Oh.
In your era, though. Wow.
Well, I'm pretty old. But no, yeah, Donnie Robinson and Rhoden are the two that jumped to front of my mind. There's probably others.
3-2, check swing, doesn't go around, ball 4. Taylor McGregor, you have some stuff on Justin Steele, don't you?
Well, if you bring up Justin Steele, you cannot forget to mention what happened to him in recent days. He pulled a one-of-one Jaden Daniels rookie autographed card. But the best is the reaction, so I'll just let this play out.
No way! Is it Washington? That's it!
He is so fired up. It's become a thing in the Cubs clubhouse to collect cards, and they still do it. And Justin Steele has a little more time on his hands right now and pulled a big one. So congrats on that, Steele. I mean, I just am curious where that thing's going to go, but the reaction is everything.
He loved it. Big time card collector. Tucker to right center, base hit. Second hit of the evening for Kyle Tucker. And that's another good swing.
Yeah, the long ball now stays back nicely on this breaking pitch, long in the zone with that swing, and yeah, it looks like things are starting to turn for Tucker. Seiya thought about it and then decided to drop anchor, and that was probably a wise decision.
Especially with nobody out. So you're against Fauché, 2 on, 1-1 game, 6th inning. Slow roller towards third, picked up, fair territory. Carson Kelly, an infield single.
Well, for those of you at home yelling at your television that he should bunt, there you go. Swinging bunt base hit for Kelly, his second hit here tonight. Cubs got a couple cheapies here this evening, but they've got a big opportunity now. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Look at those wheels. Thought they would let it try to go foul.
Yeah, he should have. He had no play. Somebody should have been screaming at him to let that go.
I think Dansby might have gotten hit. He points. Please hold.
Three. You're going to do it. They're going to go ahead and take a look.
On field is no hit by pitch. Chicago has challenge.
So a challenge. First of the evening. Taking a second look. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Did it hit him?
You know, Dansby sold me. He immediately pointed that it got a piece of him. The question is, will the video confirm what he's saying? I believe it hit him.
Is it the same threshold as the NFL with indisputable evidence?
Yeah, there's got to be clear evidence to overturn the call on the field.
After review of the call on the field stands, the batter was not hit by the pitch. Chicago loses their challenge.
So instead of a hit by pitch, the Cubs won it, still 1-0. Huge spot.
Dad, I imagine the conversation he just had with Iasonia, the home plate umpire. Dan probably said it may have gotten you, but we don't have enough evidence to change the call. So go ahead and hit one in the gap here, Dansby.
1 ball, no strikes. Cubs have put up some crooked numbers against the Marlins this season. 4 in an inning yesterday. They had 5 in a 5th inning at Wrigley. That was on Monday. Last Monday, that is.
Shea does not want to give in with the fastball. 2-0. He comes to that little cutter. Another one. It was pretty hittable. Asking for trouble if he throws that one again.
Looper to center. Trouble. Falls in for a base hit. Runner scores. Cubs lead 2-1.
Just keep the line moving. There you go, Ryan Sweeney. 20-game on-base streak now for Dansby Swanson. This is a much better pitch out away from him off the end of the bat. He induces weak contact. And it turns into an RBI single for Dansby Swanson.
And now the base is loaded, nobody out, and Pete Crow Armstrong up. Meeting at the mound. And this seems like a big tipping point in the game, big tipping point in the series. Back and forth game yesterday. Cubs were down by 2, took the lead. Down by 3, took the lead. Lost on a walk-off. Today, led 1-0, tied at 1, lead 2-1, have the bases loaded, nobody out.
I think the Marlins are going to play their infield in here. If there weren't PCA in the box, they might stay back and play for 2, but he's awfully tough to double up with his speed.
Liner to left, base hit, Pete Crow Armstrong. Throw home is cut off. RBI single for PCA. It's 3-1 Cubs.
Wasting no time. First pitch breaker right in the heart of the zone. And delivers the opposite field single. And the merry-go-round continues.
RBI number 39 for Pete Crow Armstrong in this 6th inning. Walk, single, single, single. 3-1 Cubs. Horner takes it low and away. Now their best hitter with runners in scoring position up. Risp. Cubs with a big 6th inning yesterday, already 2 here today. 6 innings been a big inning for them over the last week. And misses away. They've outscored their opponents now 11-0 in the 6th inning and looking for much, much more. There's a strike.
Freebie there for Fauché. Nico taking all the way.
3-1. Crowd oohs and ahs, but a good call. And now 3-2. Full count, nobody out. Bags full, payoff. Hit right side, shoots into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes another. Throw home the slide. He's safe. Dansby just bumps 5-1 Cubs. 2-run single. Nico Horner.
And we're going to take a look at the play-to-play.
At home plate, Miami is challenged.
Cubs lost a run at the plate on a challenge in last night's ball game, and that proved to be critical and come from behind rally for the Marlins.
There's the slide. As they're taking a second look, second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Feel like that's going to stand. It looks like the hand got there just before the tag. I mean, I get it if you're the Marlins to take a shot at challenging this, but I think Dansby's in there. Almost simultaneous. Of course, they'll be able to break it down frame by frame with that mosaic look back in New York, so they'll have better intel than we do.
Mosaic look, that is quite an adjective.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Miami loses their challenge.
All right. Cubs putting together a big inning here in the 6th, and insurance runs are brought to you by Gallagher, helping you face your future with confidence. A walk and 5 consecutive singles. This time just a little nudge through the right side with that infield drawn in. Great evasive action by Dansby on that head first slide, and I love the reaction.
A lot of emotion from Dansby today. Crowd loves it too. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. 5-1 Cubs lead here in the 6th. 5-1 Cubs. 4 runs so far here in the 6th. New chucker here for the Miami Marlins.
Lake Bacher into the ball game. His 21st appearance for the Fish.
Justin Turner, liner to center. Stowers makes the catch well deep enough to score Pete Crow Armstrong. It is 6-1 Cubs. Justin Turner doing his job.
He knows with PCA down there at third base, fly ball of any depth at all is going to be an easy run. So get something that you can get airborne. That's such a smart hitter.
Shaw takes it inside. 1 for 2 today. Single. Then a 10+ pitch at bat, ended in a ground out. (6-1) Cubs.
Go ahead, Nico, get that bag. Walker made his big league debut last year in his age 29 season after being drafted by the Padres back in 2016.
Shaw the other way, down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Nico flies around third. Play at the plate. Nico safe. Matt Shaw swing it. Second consecutive game with an RBI double. It's 7-1 Cubs.
What an inning the Cubs have put together here. The only out, the sac fly off the bat of Justin Turner, and Shaw showing that opposite field power again. This 2-base hit is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Just barely fair into that corner. Well played by Sanchez. Nico's speed, a difference maker. Everybody getting a turn here for the Cubs.
And if you are scoring at home, that is back-to-back multi-hit games for Matt Shaw in his return to the big leagues. Just in case you're keeping track. There he is. Oppo power. Find some space down the line. Knapp grounds it foul. Cubs so far 6 runs here in the 6th. Still just 1 out. Ian swings through a changeup.
A game that was looking like you might have to use a lot of bullpen, a tight game late. All of a sudden you have this comfortable lead, and that changes that whole dynamic for Counsell. Time now for the Motorola Razor replay. Dansby, tough at bat. Little lofted base hit to center. PCA goes the other way to drive one home. Nico with the infield drawn in towards Dansby, and there's Shaw into the right field corner as the Cubs explode here in the 6th.
And the fans here at Lone Depot Park apparently love it. That it's a road game for the Cubs. That's fun. Seiya Suzuki began the inning with a walk. Seiya hits it out to right center. Stowers at the track, the wall, it's gone! Seiya says, see ya! 12th homer of the year. 2-run shot. Cubs piling it on here in the 6th.
This home run is brought to you by Hefty, ultra strong, ultra low price, fastball up. And he launches this one straight away to center field. We talked earlier about his struggles here this month. And having himself a night, single walk, and now a long home run to the big part of the yard.
Tucker already with 2 hits, fouls it away. You know what they call that on MLB.com? In-play runs. Always fun to see. In-play runs for the Cubs. 8 of them. 8 runs here in the 6th.
Yeah, they have been a very explosive offensive club this year. 23 times they've scored 4 or more in an inning.
It's a 3-hit night for Kyle Tucker. Don't let him get hot. Cubs have more than batted around in the 6th. Nine runs on 13 hits for the Cubs and counting. Kelly swings through that one.
Blake Bacher on the mound for the Marlins. Sounds like where you might have a summer home.
Blake Bacher.
Bacher. Yeah. Went to school in Wisconsin Whitewater, where he also played football.
Also from Illinois, went to Green North High School. Kelly swings and misses. It was a 1-1 game coming into the 6th. Fauché started it. Now Bacher. And the Cubs with 8 runs. Kelly pops it up, fouls. 1 2-run home run by Seiya Suzuki, and the rest, it's almost like a death by 1,000 singles. 2 singles by Tucker, 1 by Kelly, 1 by Dansby, 1 by PCA, 1 from Nico, an RBI double from Shaw, then that home run from Seiya. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What an inning. Seiya getting cooled down by PCA. Cool him off. Cubs lead 9-1. Let's go Cubs.